General Hospital spoilers tease an emotional roller coaster ahead as Brooke Lynn grapples with a monumental decision that could upend her life. She's found happiness with Chase, a man who genuinely loves her, but beneath the surface of their idyllic relationship lies a secret she's kept for years. The weight of the secret has grown unbearable, and now Brooke Lynn feels compelled to tell Chase the truth. However, revealing it comes with enormous risks, and the stakes could not be higher. Brooke Lynn's internal struggle and the counsel she seeks from her family, particularly Tracy, promise to bring intense drama to Port Charles. Brooke Lynn's life with Chase has been a dream come true, a haven of love and stability. Chase is her rock, someone who stands by her through thick and thin, and the two have built a life that many would envy. But the secret she carries from her past threatens to shatter everything they've built together. Brooke Lynn had a child before she met Chase, a fact she has never disclosed to him. For years, she justified her silence, telling herself that her past didn't define her present and that revealing the truth would only complicate things. She believed that as long as she was happy and moving forward, there was no need to dig up old wounds. But as their relationship deepens, she finds herself increasingly haunted by the knowledge that she's withholding something so significant. The guilt has become a constant companion, eroding her peace of mind and casting a shadow over her happiness. Every time Chase looks at her with love and trust in his eyes, Brooke Lynn feels a pang of guilt. She knows that honesty is the foundation of any strong relationship, and she's terrified that her silence might one day destroy the trust they've worked so hard to build. Yet, the idea of revealing the truth fills her with dread. How will Chase react? Will he understand her reasons for keeping the secret, or will he feel betrayed? These questions torment Brooke Lynn, leaving her torn between her love for Chase and her fear of losing him. She knows there's no perfect time to reveal such a bombshell, but the longer she waits, the more the guilt eats away at her. Unable to bear the burden alone, Brooke Lynn decides to seek advice. While her mother, Lois, knows her better than anyone and might seem like the obvious choice, Brooke Lynn hesitates to confide in her. Perhaps it's because Lois is too close to the situation, or perhaps Brooke Lynn fears disappointing her. Lois has always been her fiercest protector, and Brooke Lynn worries that bringing up this part of her past will only reopen old wounds. Instead, she turns to Tracy Quartermaine, her strong-willed and pragmatic grandmother. Tracy has always been a master strategist, someone who can navigate even the most complicated situations with cunning and precision. If anyone can help Brooke Lynn find a way forward, it's Tracy. Tracy, however, is caught off guard when Brooke Lynn lays everything on the table. The mention of Brooke Lynn's child stirs a mix of emotions in Tracy, who hadn't anticipated such a revelation. Tracy prides herself on her ability to stay composed under pressure, but the weight of Brooke Lynn's confession leaves her momentarily speechless. She sees the pain etched on Brooke Lynn's face, the deep regret and sorrow that have been festering for years. It's clear that Brooke Lynn isn't just seeking advice, she's seeking absolution. Brooke Lynn explains her reasons for wanting to come clean. She doesn't want her relationship with Chase to be built on a foundation of lies. To her, withholding such an important part of her life feels like a betrayal of the trust they've established. She believes Chase has a right to know the truth, even if it risks their happiness. Brooke Lynn has convinced herself that love without honesty is incomplete, and her conviction grows stronger every day. Tracy listens intently but remains skeptical. She knows the potential fallout of such a confession and isn't convinced that honesty is always the best policy. Tracy warns Brooke Lynn that revealing the truth could have devastating consequences. Chase, she argues, will likely feel blindsided and betrayed, not because Brooke Lynn had a child, but because she never trusted him enough to share this part of her life. Tracy points out that these are two very different issues, but together, they could become an insurmountable obstacle for Chase. Tracy's practical mind immediately envisions the questions Chase will ask. Who is the child's father? Where is the child now? Why didn't Brooke Lynn ever mention this before? Tracy doubts Brooke Lynn is prepared for the emotional toll of answering these questions and dealing with the aftermath. Tracy's advice is clear: keep this secret buried. To Tracy, the risks far outweigh the rewards. She argues that if silence ensures happiness and stability, then it might not be such a bad thing. Tracy's view is rooted in her own life experiences, where survival and pragmatism often outweighed idealism. She knows that some truths can do more harm than good, and she urges Brooke Lynn to think carefully before taking such a drastic step. Tracy paints a vivid picture of what could happen if Brooke Lynn goes through with her plan. Chase, overwhelmed by the revelation, might start to question everything he thought he knew about Brooke Lynn. His trust in her could be shattered, and their relationship might never recover. Tracy also points out the potential ripple effects on the Quartermaine family. Scandals have a way of spiraling out of control, and this one could tarnish the family's already complicated reputation. Brooke Lynn, however, is unconvinced. She pushes back against Tracy's logic, insisting that Chase deserves to know the truth. To Brooke Lynn, love is about more than just happiness. It's about integrity and authenticity. She doesn't want to build her future with Chase on a lie, no matter how well-intentioned that lie might be. Her resolve stems not just from guilt, but from love. She wants their relationship to be built on a foundation of honesty, even if it means risking everything. The conversation between Brooke Lynn and Tracy is charged with tension, a clash of perspectives that underscores the complexity of the situation. Brooke Lynn's idealism and desire for transparency stand in stark contrast to Tracy's pragmatism and emphasis on self-preservation. Both women make compelling arguments, and neither is entirely wrong. This moral ambiguity adds depth to the storyline, making it clear that there are no easy answers. Brooke Lynn's decision to confide in Tracy rather than Lois also highlights the nuances of her character. It shows her willingness to seek out tough love and practical advice, even if it's not what she wants to hear. It also reveals her deep respect for Tracy's wisdom, despite their occasional clashes. As Brooke Lynn wrestles with her decision, viewers are left wondering what she'll do next. Will she follow Tracy's advice and keep her secret, or will she take the risk and tell Chase the truth? The stakes are incredibly high, and the fallout, no matter what she chooses, is bound to be dramatic. This storyline promises to be a powerful exploration of love, trust, and the complexities of human relationships. It raises questions about whether honesty is always the best policy and whether some secrets are better left in the past. Brooke Lynn's journey will undoubtedly resonate with viewers who will see her struggle as a reflection of their own fears and dilemmas. As the tension builds, fans can expect an emotional and gripping storyline that will keep them on the edge of their seats. Whatever Brooke Lynn decides, one thing is certain: her choice will have far-reaching implications for her relationship with Chase, her family, and her own sense of self-worth. The fallout from her decision is sure to shake up Port Charles in ways no one could have anticipated.